I got the perfect dessert recipe that is very versatile and good for any occasion. Especially with the holiday events coming up, it is really nice to have a dessert that you know people will love and enjoy and will look forward to at the upcoming events. What we are going to be making today are called cake balls, or if you want to put them on a stick, which I will show you later on, they can be called cake pops. The first step to it is baking a cake. For mine, I'm using the Duncan Hines Butter Golden Cake. First, I was baking the cake according to the ingredients. So for this cake, it's 3 large eggs, 2/3 cup water, and 1/2 cup of butter. Bake it according to the directions. When the cake is done, you're going to pull it out of the oven. Let it sit for about 10 minutes or so, because you don't really want to work with a cake that is extremely hot because it will hurt your hands. So what we're going to do is we're going to crumble the cake. Just crumble it. See? You're just going to crumble it up into the bowl. Just keep crumbling. And like I said, you can use any type of cake mix and any type. Now, the binding ingredient for the cake is going to be the frosting. For this one, I'm using chocolate fudge frosting. And since I'm doing a smaller version of it, you don't need to use as much of the frosting. But on average, for the size of a whole box of cake, you can use a whole tub of frosting. Just totally fine. Now, it's time to get your hands dirty. You're gonna mush it. Keep mushing it. Good. Just keep mushing it like that until it's roughly all mixed together. Doesn't have to be perfect. Doesn't have to be perfect at all. Just keep mushing the cake. Okay. Now, it's best to keep working with hands that are clean. It's going to make the cake come off your hands a lot easier. If you're not comfortable with using your hands to mix the cake, you can use a spoon. But like I said, I find it easiest to use my hands. It helps me be able to get the cake all mixed together. Let me just wipe my hands off. Okay. Now we're going to form the balls. Just roll them. Roll them into roughly about an inch size. And roll another one just so we can get it rolled. See, about an inch size. Now when you're going to be working with them in the next step, it's really important that they are really cold. So you're going to want to put them in the fridge. I already have some done from an earlier batch to show you this demonstration. The next part is extremely important. We are going to be using Candy Melts by Welton. Candy Melts. They're shaped wafer-sized chocolates, extremely easy to melt. Just got to be careful that you don't burn them, because if you burn it, then they're not going to be good for the cake balls. They come in a variety of colors to match any event you're looking for. I put them in starting at about a minute. It makes it easy so I'm able to stir them and make sure that there's nothing else I need to do. Now while those are going, I am going to show you the little ideas to get your imagination flowing while we're going to be making this, so you can start thinking, wow, I can really do that. Now, with Halloween only a month away, this would be a really good one. It has pumpkins, it has ghosts, it has Halloween colors that can really bring the party to life. Next, the following month is Thanksgiving. This one is extremely cute and kids of all ages love it. I'm actually making this for my work Thanksgiving party this year. Lastly is Christmas. As you can see, these two, they're on a stick. When you are making the cake balls, and I will show you here after the chocolate is melted, all you have to do is dip the stick into the chocolate and put it in the cake ball. Let's check our chocolate here. Still not quite ready yet? Let's do it for another minute. Okay. Now, like I said, it's very important that these are hard enough for you to work with. You don't want very soft ones because it will be difficult. While you're waiting for your chocolate, it is important to pull out any other ingredients you may need. For example, when you're working with the chocolate, you're going to want to place it on like a wax paper, a tray, or in my case I used foil. It makes it a lot easier for you to pick them up. While it's also melting, you want to pull out any toppings. Toppings is where you can make them your own and get very creative. I'm going to use sprinkles and M&Ms. We'll see with how much time I have which one I can use. If you're taking them to a party or to an event, use cupcake liners. Makes it a lot easier for guests to be able to pick them up and eat them. They'll really enjoy it, and it looks really nice too when you do a display. Hot. Be careful, it's very hot. Ooh, it's perfect. Okay, now that it's all melted, the bowl is really hot, so be careful. We're going to take our first cake ball and put it in the bowl. You want to cover it in chocolate. Just keep covering. Just keep covering it in chocolate. And then you can scoop it out, see? And just place it on the wax paper as so. See? On the wax paper as so. Now, for this one, I'm going to use sprinkles. And just sprinkle them on. You can sprinkle it on, you can roll it on, you can do anything really. And now you just have to wait for them to set. You can put them in the freezer if you want them to set very quickly if you're in a hurry. As you can see, in conclusion, this is a very versatile and easy recipe. The longest step of the whole entire recipe is baking the cake. Your guests are really going to enjoy these. It's a nice treat that can be changed for every occasion. You can make them for birthdays, holidays, just for fun. It's also something that you might like to do in your spare time, just to see how creative you can get and what new ideas you can think of. Now that you know how to make cake balls, it's time for you to make your own personal stamp on them and enjoy.